everybody. It's Boomer Broads time again. I'm Janet Prensky, and she's Anne Marie Eigner.
I am. So, how are you feeling today? Are you happy? Are you up? Are you down?
I'm already worried by that question. I don't know why. I don't know what to say. I feel okay. I'm nervous about today. I have a big day today. And I'm cranky. I didn't have enough sleep. Do you really want to hear all this? Don't you hate that? How are you? And all you want to hear is fine.
And then you really answer.
I am not doing well. No, so I'm
You're supposed to be doing really well according to the study that's just out.
Oh, good. Then I'm okay.
After age 50, daily stress plummets.
That is such a bold-faced lie.
It is not.
First, I think if you were a mom, yes.
Well, that's what they're saying. I mean, after 50, you're not really a mom anymore.
So your stress plummets.
I mean, you're a mom, but don't
not
get me wrong, kids.
I think your stress revs into gear after 50.
It
but
does?
Go ahead, you can finish your study.
Only you would think that. Only you.
Why are we
Miss Poor Me.
already?
Miss Poor Me.
Poor pitiful
Because
me.
they say this is older, calmer.
Who did this study first?
I knew you were going to. The journal Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. Well, it's published today in that. Okay. It's a Gallup poll.
It's a Gallup poll.
A Gallup poll.
Well, they've heard of them.
And they researched almost over 300,000 people. And you stand out.
I don't know what to say. So so they're saying that when you hit 50, everything dissipates?
Not everything, no. That wouldn't be realistic. But they're saying at the age, and I think this is true, at the age of...
Your hormones are out of whack and you're all crazy after 50.
Your hormones settled down. When I was
what am I missing?
Let me answer that for you, please. When I was in my 20s, I was depressed and, my emotions went like this.
Not me.
Oh.
How am I doing? All right, so you were kooky in your 20s.
And how were you?
Now I'm crazy. I'm out of my mind.
You certainly are. They obviously didn't call you, did they?
No. 300,000 say this, and then this one woman we spoke to was out of her mind.
What they say was when 49% of the people in their 20s said that they were, a lot of stress. They had
49%.
That's almost half of the people.
That means that 51% were not.
May I finish? May I please finish? And then in their 40s, only 45% of the people felt a lot of stress. And then it plummets after 60 to 29%.
Well, you must also be
You're not taking the right meds. You're not taking the right meds.
I'm trying. I got quite a few on me. I think when you're retired, obviously. Work alone, if you remove work from the whole list, obviously your stress level plummets, particularly if you work at this agency where we work, which the stress level is...
I know, but it's part of the job, and you sort of flow with it.
Well, I'm just saying, catch me on traveling through Europe, and I'll be a heck of a lot...
You just have a bad day today. This is a bad day for me to ask this question,
you asked
right?
me, and I answered. Stress!
So, never mind on this one.
Yet another survey.
I agree. My stress level, I think, has gotten basically...
Well, you're causing them more stress.
That's what I was going to say, is I don't get stressed as much. I give stress.
Yes, you do.
But I think that's what happens when you get older. You don't care as much.
I care more.
Okay, so let me move on.
Let's try another survey.
How about another source?
Okay.
Today's Wall Street Journal.
They're credible.
Actually, the reason I'm holding it up is because all three of these stories caught my eye today for our show.
Okay.
Yes, in the Personal Journal. First of all, it says...
You're really doing a lot of research these days.
I read... I read all these papers every day, and I just rip the pieces out of the paper, although today was the whole section. So they say the power of a gentle nudge goes a long way when going to the gym. They're saying even if you get a recorded phone call, hi, or just checking in, want to make sure you're sticking with it, that people tend to respond to that.
I would be so annoyed with that. I can't even imagine.
You
mean like a recorded, automated, get your fat butt to the gym?
They don't say it like that. Okay. They say, how are you doing? Is there anything we can do to support you?
Click, that's back to bed. All right, how am I doing so far? So I debunked that one.
They're saying a research study showed that motivating the sedentary with surprising simple technique and occasional telephone reminder. And they say they do more exercise with that reminder. And here's the chart, by the way.
Oh, there's a chart. Yeah. You know how I don't buy into charts.
You don't buy into anything.
No. I
don't buy
I
into
march
any
to
of it.
my own drummer. I
And it's
take
a
the
very-
road less traveled.
May I
Tell
say
me
it's a
about it.
very sad
It's a
and
sad-
depressed drummer.
It is.
Could he pick up the beat a little?
All right. All
know,
right. Well,
pick it
maybe
up.
I'll agree with the next thing. I see a hamburger.
Oh, yeah.
Hamburgers. I support that notion.
Guilt-free hamburger.
Well, that I support.
That,
Why
this
is it
is
guilt-free?
actually
Is it a
quite
veggie
interesting.
burger?
They're saying it's not the fat in red meat that will get to you.
What is?
It's the salt in processed meats.
I agree
bacon,
with that.
Hot dogs, which is my favorite. I love
Nitrates.
hot dogs. I love,
Nitrates
love
will
hot
kill
dogs.
you. They bloat you.
They said there's 4 times as much salt in a processed meat, like bacon, pork,
Yes,
that
I
kind
know
of
what a
thing.
processed meat, but a hamburger normally isn't processed.
That's what they're saying. That's why they're saying it's not so bad for
Oh,
you.
I see.
It's not nearly as bad as everybody's been
I
telling
agree
you.
with that study. So, okay, there's one. No, I agree. And sadly, what's not to love about bacon?
I know.
I mean, a day without bacon is
I know, but it's
truly-
not. It's really
Talk
bad
about
for you.
stress.
So have a
I
good
know.
steak or a good juicy hamburger
How
instead.
about turkey bacon? Is that the same thing?
I didn't read that deeply. I
See,
apologize,
that's
but here's
always
the
been your
article.
issue. You always just
I
read
skim.
the lead line. You're a
I
skimmer.
skim.
You're a
What can I
skimmer.
say? But
All right, well.
I know a lot about. I know a little about a lot of things.
True. And I know a lot about very few things.
So it works.
So that's a
And
good
then
number.
this last article, which I loved. I don't know if you've been watching the
Yes.
television the series on babies.
Oh, I haven't.
Oh.
It's not a television series. It's a movie.
Oh, it's a movie. Okay.
Obviously,
Sorry.
you haven't.
Sorry about that.
Have you been watching the TV series on babies? Has it been good?
I have to smack you. It's
Under a lot of
basically
stress
saying
today.
this is the from the film Babies. I'm sorry, yes, it was filmed, and it's saying dirt can do you a little good.
Well,
Actually,
I
not bad.
certainly support that notion.
If you saw her desk,
I am not.
You would
an organized-
understand how true that
organized
is.
chaos. Organized chaos. You
You
know,
can
I
find
know
it
where
all, though.
I know where everything is. It's not pretty though.
someday I think we ought to take a picture. Don't you think we ought to take a picture of her desk? We'll film her desk,
Beth, don't.
and
do
we'll
it.
drop it. And we'll drop
Don't
it. And
kiss
Beth
her
says,
butt. Don't kiss
Beth
her butt.
says yes for sure.
What choice does she
So, a
have?
couple of other quick news items.
Yes.
I thought it was fascinating that that an Arab American was crowned Miss USA.
And who cares that she's a pole dancer?
I thought it was great. And speaking of pole dancing,
Oh.
what about Sunset Days and those broads
Yeah, that-
pole
that was
dancing?
pretty
Was that
hot.
great?
That was a lot of
Has
fun.
anybody been watching that show?
They're very.
Fascinating.
Those women
Fascinating.
prove that they're not
Those
stressed.
biddies are
They're not
fabulous.
stressed. They're
We
not
love
biddies
them.
Either. They're
Love
not
them.
biddies. But
Well, I
she,
say that as a term of
I
endearment.
also wonder if this is all a plot by Donald Trump
to
get
buy
PR about this Meshuggah contest that he puts on every year. What was it last year? It was a Prejean.
Oh yeah,
And
Karen
her-
Prejean.
And what was her issue? Oh God,
Gays.
Like,
Or
oh
gay
yeah, she
marriage.
opposed gay marriage. So now he's got
By the
this
way,
Muslim American
Janet-
pole dancing.
Janet mocks me almost every day, many times, about my memory. Just FYI. And thanks to Nora Ephron, we now know that I'm not alone.
Yes, we're going to have to buy that book. I
Yes,
wish
we
we
are.
could have Nora on as a guest. What is our
Memory, we'll
time
do a
rushing? It's rushing out. I
Okay.
have to do a quick
Yes,
hot
please.
flash,
Please.
which is, news you can lose from the Boomer Broads, and this is good news for us ladies. A study of more than 6,000 women done at North Carolina State University, which we've heard of at least, found that 46% of women are squash-shaped. And we're going to figure out what that means. Just over 20
Sort of
are
like
pear-shaped.
this.
You're kind of pear-shaped, wouldn't you think?
Yeah. Or squash shaped.
Under 14%
Now
are
that I've
apple shaped, which unfortunately is what I am.
I think I'm squash shaped. Maybe zucchini.
You wish you were zucchini. And only 8% are hourglass. But it turns out that watching a curvaceous hourglass women can affect men's brains like doing drugs.
What a shock.
Okay, so all of us curvaceous women, bravo. They don't.
Keep
Your
it
man
up.
doesn't need cocaine. All he needs to do is look at you.
Forget Viagra.
Good news.
right?
Good news. Okay.
Is that it?
That was a study. A little quick study.
Would you like to grab a quick question?
If we have time. Yeah, that's
She said, she said.
silver or gold?
Oh, without a question, gold. And bring it on, I might add. Bring it on.
Okay. And on that note, gold. I'm with
Yeah,
you. on
stay
that.
in
Gold, gold,
touch, everybody. We'll have another show.
gold. Speak to you next week.